As we step into the driving needs, this is really, really interesting stuff to us. So, again, based on the cards that people selected, the needs that they indicated, and how we've mapped each one of those 25 cards that were on that prior screen, mapped them into the five driving needs, we're able to start to see what is most prominent when we are asking people about the things that they require if their energy needs are going to be met in the day to day. And so as we look at this, what we're seeing is that that drive for significance, 30%, nearly 30% of all of the needs that got pulled and identified were connected to significance. And so again, if we start to think about that, the drive to produce, the drive to level up, would it be included in that learning and growth, being able to level up and take on new challenges? Hearing when we've cranked it out of the park, right? So appropriate recognition, all of that stuff connected in with red. And so I'm guessing that's not going to surprise anybody as we consider that and you consider who's on your team. What is really interesting is that of all the things that we might be looking at for the kind of runner up, we move into this interesting belonging zone. Sense of connection, teamwork. Do my people have my back? How do we work together? And it's interesting. So 23% of all of the needs that got chosen were connected in with that. And then we follow up on the other side of that, those meaning cards, which is kind of that big picture contribution piece again. And so I find those top three are really interesting in how they are related and spread out. And if we do the math on that, we are looking at, we're approaching, over 70% of all of our needs are tied up in those three. And one thing that is really interesting to me that I'm just going to call out here is, when we look back and consider the five driving needs, and we said that the one that was most common was significance. And then the next one, it wasn't meaning, it was actually belonging. And
Hmm.
if we look at the way these things actually stack up, the blue cards are all below number five. If we think about the rating here, what are the top five needs? We're not even talking about belonging at that point. If we take that microscopic view. And so sometimes we can see the headlines. And often we measure headlines in pain points. What am I hearing the most about? And become reactive or responding to headlines. But in the body of the text here, we see that there's something like glue that is very important, that's nestled between all of the needs. And I would suggest maybe holding some things together, which is, again, that really powerful belonging need that is writ large in those blue cards.